Good morning. I know this isn't what anyone would expect. Me sitting here making a video in a unicorn onesie. I was woken up again this morning, and it happens to me often over several years, maybe many. But just recently, I have realized or taken it seriously. I would realize in times past that something is wanting to come through, and I would either be lazy and go back to sleep or not really tune in as much as I needed to receive a channeling or to receive what it was about. But this week I have began to sit up and take notice when something is trying to get my attention. And this morning I heard my name in my right ear again, but it was in a different voice. It was clearly a female voice, a familiar voice that I know. I don't think it was specifically that person, that human, but it was symbolizing another high frequency spirit or being. This morning, I was told that I needed to make another video, and I'm going to tune in and see what wants to come through. A week or two ago, when I ordered the onesie video, it was specifically because another online group I am in, a spiritual group, high frequency group, the leader of the group challenged us to be seen in a onesie video. I mean, a unicorn onesie. And so I decided then, a week or two ago, that I was going to take that challenge. So I went ahead and ordered the unicorn onesie because I'm all about childlike fun. I always have been. I was always the one parent who, when I went to one of my daughter's birthday parties that she was invited to, I was the one parent that would always play with the kids. I would get on the swings. I would get on the slide. I would do the childlike things. So this fits into my whole energy very well. So, what does any of this have to do with people pleasing and why I am here making YouTube videos? I have been summoned to change the trajectory of your life. I am a recovering people pleaser, and I want to help you if that's what you want. I'm not here to force, I'm not here to beg. I am here to demonstrate what is possible. I have healed so much, and I always clarify that I will always be healing. I'm not perfect, but I have come out on the other side of being a people pleaser, and I feel the freedom from being a people pleaser. And I want to share that with people. It is on my heart to show people that it is possible. And I feel if I give practical examples and ways and tools that I have used to get here, I feel like that would help others, and it would um, help jumpstart people who have had, been dragging their feet or had trouble knowing how or what to do, or they try one thing and it got too hard and so they gave up. But that's why I'm here. I believe in you, and you can believe in yourself. The deepest core wound is caused when you abandon yourself. And so this unicorn onesie is a demonstration that I don't care anymore what people think about me. And it is so freeing. It is so liberating. I feel the emotions getting stirred up inside of me now, just saying that again. I don't care because I did the work that it took for me to let go of what people think, or for me to not care anymore about what people think. It was a hard work. It was a lot of work, a lot of hard work. But it is possible, and it is worth every bit of the work, every bit of facing the fear. It is worth all of that. I'm here to speak that. I am here to show you that it is worth it. Living through other people's expectations, we are molded into what they want us to be. And over time, you begin to have identity confusion. And that's what happened to me in a very serious way. 9 years ago, um, the problems in my marriage culminated into separation. And I was, on paper, I was married for 30 plus years. And the last 15 years of that, I resisted what I felt because I was a people pleaser. I resisted knowing that that marriage needed to end. I knew I wasn't happy in it anymore. I had grown spiritually. When we were first married, we were the perfect couple. We were happy. We had a child, happy in the marriage. Deep inside, I wasn't happy, but I didn't know it yet. I didn't have that clarity. I thought I doing what I needed to do to fit in and be happy and live the American dream. So in the beginning, we were the perfect couple. But then after about 15 years, I realized that this marriage wasn't meant to last forever. A big part of it was to show me where I wasn't free. And that was it. I figured out at that time that I was living his way and not mine, and it wasn't his fault. I was making those choices because that's all I knew. And for 15 more years, I resisted knowing that. And I went through the motions. Right before I made that realization that the marriage wasn't meant to last, we had a child. We waited 14 years because I was working on myself. I wanted to be a good parent. Still made mistakes, and that's another video. But so for 15 more years after my daughter was born, I stayed in a marriage that I knew was headed for collapse. And it was just a matter of time. But I was such the people pleaser that I was in fear because I had identity confusion. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know how to be me. I didn't know how to choose me. I didn't know how I would survive without somebody taking care of me because I didn't know who I was. And then 15 years later, after a 30-year period, we were separated, and I was having what they called a dark night of the soul. I was completely lost. I had completely lost myself. I was in a place where I didn't want to be around any people, and I didn't want to, I just wanted to isolate. I wanted to be a recluse because I didn't know, I didn't trust people anymore. I had lost all hope in all people, including myself, and that is the hardest one. I had completely abandoned myself. I had no authenticity. Everything I showed people was not me, and I didn't know who that was. So I had to begin a journey deep inside myself. I had to journey inside myself to figure out me. And it took a few more years, but it is possible. So don't be hard on yourself. Like me, all you want is to feel safe and accepted and loved. And all of us at the deepest level want to love ourselves. Authenticity is the key to self-care. It's not just about taking time to take a bubble bath or taking time to go to a quiet room and read your favorite book. It's about being the true you, making the choices to show up for you, making the choices to choose what you want to do. It does matter. And that is reason enough for you to choose you. It's because you want to do that. When you live in fear of what others think, you are not free. And your birthright is freedom. And authenticity begins with self-love. This is your goal. You want to learn to love yourself. It is not selfish, not in the context that society has led us to believe. You want to do whatever it takes to get to a point where you love yourself. And when you love yourself, you respect yourself, you believe in yourself, you know that you are worthy, and it's a beautiful thing. I don't even know the vocabulary right now to express how that feels to love yourself. I had to do a lot of work to get to that point of loving myself, and it was worth every bit of it. Now know, I know that what I want is important. I feel it. I feel the importance of my authenticity. I feel the importance of saying what I need to say. And I'm showing up now every day. And like I've said in other videos, there are moments when I slip up because it's like, in our muscle memory. And that's okay. I recognize it. And as soon as I recognize it now, I say, Tina, I love you. It's okay. You did the best you could. You'll catch it next time. And I mean it. And, I'm getting better and better. You want to begin to share your truth. Everyone is going to have their own opinions, and you know that. I don't need to tell you that. They're going to have opinions about you, and it's none of your business. It is not important if someone doesn't like you. Now, at first, it's going to feel important, but you're learning to move beyond that feeling. That's an old feeling. That's a feeling from when you were a child and you were repeatedly put down and felt like you weren't good enough. Just recognize as an adult now, when you start to feel that feeling, that's an old feeling. Because you want to learn to love yourself. You want to learn to accept and respect yourself. So put on your unicorn onesie right here at Halloween, especially. You know, just do it. It'll be a little bit easier at Halloween. Put on something that you would not normally wear, not just a witch costume or, a banana costume or something, cheesy like that that seems normal. Put on something that your 6-year-old self would wear. If you had no inhibitions, do it for you. So I am going to do an energy healing in my unicorn onesie because I love myself. And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. If somebody were to get up here and write a mean comment about me, honestly, it doesn't faze me anymore. And that's so freeing. You want to be free. Okay, I've spent enough time putting that out there. Your authenticity is calling you to be vulnerable. Step out this Halloween in something childlike. Honor your inner child. Let it be your personal secret to yourself. I'm going to honor my inner child this year at Halloween. I'm going to wear a childlike costume, onesie. They've got all kinds of onesies these days, little childlike dragons or whatever. Mine was a unicorn challenge, and I love it. It's so fun. I spent a decade, probably every holiday, wearing a Christmas holiday, wearing an elf costume and being the elf. I did it well. I was a good elf. But that's what I liked. It was childlike for me, and I loved it. So we're going to get into the healing transmission now. Get into your comfortable position and say, I am ready to receive. I am open to receive. And as you're getting in your comfortable position, I want to remind that when you have a feeling you don't like, the way to release it is by feeling and breathing. And don't rush into letting it go. The letting go will happen. You just stop and say, I want to feel this. It hurts. It's scary. But I want to move through the feeling and just breathe. Feel how it feels for your body to breathe with that pain, with that fear, with that scariness. And you will move through it and it will release so you don't pack it down and store it in your body. Just yesterday, I had a huge release on video, on camera, and I saved it and I published it. And I will try to remember to link it to the end of this one. I love you, and you're going to get this. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm going to give you some affirmations or some things to say to your inner child. So now that you're ready, the energy healing begins now while I'm in my unicorn onesie. Love. This energy healing is going to help you choose to want self-love. It's going to give you that burning desire to care about yourself. Wanting to be authentic. And then you'll begin to take the steps, small steps, to learn to feel that love for yourself. Give yourself a mother's love. Caring and a kindness beyond no other. And it is truly a mother's love. The energy's already coming through strong. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Let your tongue drop down from the roof of your mouth, but keep your lips together. Relax the muscles around your eyes. So that you are even more ready to receive. Tell your inner child, you don't have to earn love anymore. I'm going to show you all the love you need. A tender, kind love, totally accepting and respectful. And I am here to let you have all the fun you want to have. Being yourself. Being your true self. You are loved for who you are, not what you do. Blessed be.